Lazy couch, baby.
Hello, potatoes of all kinds. This is your host, Sunflower Kid, here to give you the juicy topics today. Tonight, I have three beautiful queens accompanying me, and they're going to introduce themselves.
Hi, everybody. It's Tania Royalty. You already know.
Hey everyone, it's Tia here, aka Shantia J.
Hi. So it is Savage E, aka Echo.
The vision for today is women love to compete, compare, undermine, and undercut each other. As a result, our closest allies can become our bitterest enemies. Great things happen when we celebrate each other's strength and unite. Today we're going to play the legendary sixters game. This game has three women participating, and there are 10 phrases. Each phrase has a blank space that needs to be filled in. Each female will be assigned a number between 1 to 6, and with a roll of a dice, will determine who will fill in the blank for the next phase. Be prepared and be creative. You are free to interpret each phrase however you choose. Shantia's numbers are 6 to 3. Tania's numbers are 2 to 5. And Ethel's numbers are 1 to 4. So let's get to it. The first phrase is women tend to get catty with each other when number 5.
Oh, wow. That's a question. That's a question.
What? I don't understand this.
Wait, can you say the number before you read the question? Because some of them I don't have the full thing written out.
Right.
Okay?
Okay, for
So
number
yeah,
5.
some of them I have,
Wait, hold
but
on,
some of
teacher.
them I
You
don't.
read number one, but then it gone on five. So that means Tennille
She
has to answer
wrote.
number one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Shantia just getting that. That's what she's trying to figure out now. Yeah.
Got it when
She
I.
looking like,
That's
oh,
weird.
yeah.
Clocks for
And you say 3 to 6.
your
Three and six,
Three
yeah.
and six. He
three,
meant to say
Okay.
three and
6
six.
and
Yeah.
3. Okay, so number 1, Daniel.
Okay. No. Okay. It's women tend to get catty with each other when blank. I decided to use. I decided to say women tend to get catty with each other when personalities and attitudes collide. Listen to
Uh,
me. Listen to
I
me.
like that.
Me being
I
Peter, what happened?
understand. I
You feel like you're
understand.
sturdy.
I feel like in my bowels, not my belly.
Listen.
That's all.
Listen,
That's
me being the very conservative and quiet person initially that I am. Obviously, I'm a little bit more enthusiastic around people that I'm cool with and that I know, like y'all, I'm gonna be a little bit more open and talkative. But
yeah.
my first impression of a person, I know I'm personally a very calm and collected and quiet person. When I see a female coming in making the most noise
Oh my god.
and carrying on so
Ratchet.
I don't want to say retarded, but I don't want
Like
to say
Oh
ratchet
wow.
either.
Y'all
like
But it's
terrible.
like they just come in with so much. They just come in with a lot. They just come in with
a
so
lot
much.
of energy and it ain't positive.
And it ain't even. Yeah, I was just about to say it ain't even about the energy because you could come in with positive and
Yeah.
hype and happy
But
energy, and
like
I be
just
good with that.
negative
But some of
energy.
them, it's come with some of the most negative aura, and I be like, I already don't like you, and I know your name,
I dead serious.
but
Like
I be trying, but based off your personality, I already see that
I
it's
don't
an
like
issue.
you.
I personally don't like to judge people, but we all know that when it comes to
We
like
gotta
first
use the spirit
impressions,
of discernment.
what first impressions are everything. Now they're not always true to who the person really is. I will admit that, but first impressions are very, very important. So the minute I see you carrying on like that, I already hesitant to want to be cool with you. I already hesitant to want to talk to you because you already at 100 when you don't need to be. So that was my answer for number one.
That's so funny. Like I'm here listening. I'm like, oh wow.
I thought because you
Yikes.
don't like nobody, you stay to yourself, so like, you don't have to worry
True.
about them things.
Carry
You
on.
all
Carry
ready for the
on.
next
If
phase?
everybody else has something to say, then y'all could go ahead. I'm sure it's an open discussion.
No, I mean I agree, kind of, because some people just be doing the most for no reason, and it's like I'm exhausted today. Are you draining my energy with what you have going on? Can you please just be quiet? Honestly, because at some point I get very frustrated. Like, okay, I'm generally like around people, even though like I'm not like in the mix. And so it's like at some point, while too much people are talking to me, I get irritated. So if someone
Yeah.
comes in and they doing too much, I can start getting mad, like literally mad.
Okay, let's move on to the next phrase. Females know how to put aside their differences when blank. The number landed on 6.
So that means I have
Especially,
the answer.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so females know how to put aside their differences when, okay, well, that's what I have. When they understand and apologize to each other.
That's nice.
I mean,
That's very nice.
it's
I'm
a
trying.
good idea.
I would
When
say
we
the same thing.
understand, we
Go
try
ahead.
to understand each other. Because, sometimes we might misinterpret something and
I don't
sometimes
feel
it don't
like
normally
I
be.
Yeah,
do
once
not
you
feel like
mature and you
females.
come
Once
beyond
you're
that,
mature.
that which Antia said is it makes sense because it's like okay, if there was some type of miscommunication and it's not something serious, then it's like oh okay, be cool, no problem. All right, I understand what you're saying or whatever. And it's like well, girl, I thought you was running on with something else. I was getting ready to fight you, but then it's like oh no, that ain't what it is. But it's and then it's
Yeah.
cool after that. So like
No
I
boy.
think it depends. Some people don't have
It
sense
depends
They
on your
be
and say
maturity
they
level.
yeah,
be like we cordial, but we
Hmm.
whatever. Like
right,
personally, I don't feel I don't feel like a lot of females know how to talk about their differences and understand each other. We don't. It
Yeah.
takes a certain level of maturity for that, and a lot of us ain't that mature.
I think it depends on whether you feel the person was sincere because we have different
that's true.
situations. You have situations where somebody sneaked this in you, and they have an underlying meaning to what they just said. But because
Mm.
it can be interpreted differently, they try to say, "Oh, I didn't mean that in a way to hurt your feelings. I didn't mean that the way. I mean it this way." No, you
Yes,
intentionally said it in a way where it could be
yes,
taken more than one way, but we don't know
yes.
what you intentionally meant by it.
Yes, I remember
Yeah.
that happened just a while ago, and like I was looking at that message, and I was like, "Sis, you really lie to us and say that we misunderstood what she say." Like I went back and go read the context of it all over again. I was like,
That's a
"Sis,
form. That's a
sis
form of
knows
damage
she
control to me.
lying. Sis knows she lied. Sis knows she meant that as a diss, and now she can pretend
Mhm.
like it ain't a diss."
Yeah, like that's pretty much a form of damage control.
Sometimes,
So I feel like it depends on if you feel the person is sincere.
and sometimes it's best to
Yeah,
talk to each other face to face too, because like text
Yeah,
messages, you can interpret it wrong, or
right. That's
yeah,
true.
sometimes
That's
it's face to
true.
face is better.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're going to go to phase 3. When blank happens, a girl has no choice but to 5. Who got 5?
What?
Nice.
You got the one.
No, I don't like how I'm getting fives early. I'm getting picked early because the latter questions are the ones I want to answer. But okay, and then I feel like this one is the most immature one that I've answered.
Oh wow.
Because like if you think about it, it might be related to one. But I put when females with a stank attitude happens.
Oh wow.
A girl has no choice but to have the stank face.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
No, but you can't lie.
Okay.
A lot of times we cannot hide our emotions. Like you can't keep your emotions off your face. You ever now y'all could see me. People listening to this can't see me, but I can do it anyway. Y'all ever just see someone and how they carry on, like how we mentioned in the first question, people's personalities and stuff, and how they carry on, and you could see that they have a bad attitude and they just so aggressive, and you just sitting there like
Yeah.
Man, I can't get
Mood.
over this phrase, man.
you're sitting there like you have to wear it on your face. You just be looking at this person like, "But you okay?
And they ain't.
What's going
They
on?
ain't okay.
Is everything okay at home?" But that was a little mature one, man. I didn't want that one, man.
Okay, we're gonna move on to phase
That's,
one.
I wasn't sure how to answer that either, to be honest. It was like, I didn't really know what to fill in, you know.
Women, okay, so phrase four. Women tend to get jealous when.
Oh Lord. Woo! This is the one I wish I did.
Fine.
Again?
Oh, wow.
Oh God, must see him and say, all right, bet. All right. So women tend to get jealous when someone they like shows attention to someone that they don't like.
Dun, 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 dun. Let me get the
Yeah.
horns. Dun, dun,
Da-da-da-da.
dun, dun.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Listen, it's one thing to like someone and to be a little bit have that little crush jealousy when you see them getting close with someone else. That's one thing. It's a whole nother thing when you like the person and then you see them getting all close and touchy feely with someone you can't stand.
Oh my
Mm.
gosh, yes.
I
Homeboy did that to
mean,
me. I can call his name, but Peter blanked that out.
okay.
So, um, so he knew that me and this girl didn't clash in high school. When I look, he
You
hugging
gotta
her
blank out
and
the word high
everything.
school age.
I was like,
Oh no, wait, this is while y'all was together?
yes.
Oh no. Mm-mm.
I was like,
Oh
you
wow.
know, me and this girl don't
He
get
brazen.
along with each other, but you hugging her, and I'm like,
Uh, uh.
no respect
I
at
know.
all.
But
I know. See that?
listen, but guys, listen though. When I was doing some research for a topic, it talked about how females, like how Tania touched about it a while ago, where she was like, for females, men are portrayed as a necessity for males. Archer, like it was saying how usually when females get to that dating age, like usually before when we're younger, we have strong opinions and we have a strong sense of self. And then when we get to dating, like we take away our sense of self so we can become what men want to
Mm.
become. And then when we lose our sense of self, and then females, when we have a male, we don't date like multiple males. We don't talk to multiple
No.
males. We put our all into this one
One.
male. So not only do we
Mhm.
sacrifice our sense of self, but we put all of our attention and all our
On one
focus
person.
on one male. And then when we see this male treating us as an option, we don't know how to
Yes.
react.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I
We don't
agree.
know how to react. And so we tend to get jealous and we don't know how to act because of all this. But this could be a lazy couch topic when we start getting lazy.
Boy, listen, I got one. Hey, another one of the questions would mention that. I have that too. God knows it. And that's
I
the
kind of have that answer for one of mine as well, to be honest. What's that
Hmm.
number?
So yeah, let's get to the next phase. Phrase.
Okay.
We as women should learn how to blank and not blank.
this is mine is directly related to what we just talked about.
It
Hello?
landed on 4.
Is that me? Oh wow. Okay.
It's like,
Go Africa.
Okay, what's the thing? Women have to learn how to. Okay, I
blank.
have two for them. Okay, so women have to learn how to be accepting of the truth and not accept a lie for comfort. And then I also have
Wow.
women have to
Mhm.
learn how to support each other wholeheartedly and not be
Ha.
fake. So
Yeah.
I wrote,
Yeah,
Woo!
Yeah. That's
yeah,
agree.
powerful.
That's definitely
Powerful.
powerful.
We should learn how to work together.
right.
Like,
Yeah. Honestly,
why are we
I
bashing
agree.
each other?
yes.
Why are
And
we
then,
jealous of
yeah.
each other?
And the thing is, right, with saying that women need to, like stop bashing with each other. Like sometimes women feel like in order to bring someone down, that makes me
Mhm.
feel better or
Mm-hmm.
look better or be more attractive to the opposite sex because
Mm-hmm.
that's honestly all we think about when we're at that
Mm-hmm.
dating age. We think about, okay, if a guy isn't attractive to me, then that means that I'm not
I'm unattractive.
I'm unattractive, I'm not worthy of love or worthy of of such things. And sometimes, like if women would learn how to just come together and learn how to lift each other up and be like, sis, you don't need that nigga, you fine as hell. You looking like a piece of barbecue chicken, right? Stove right after you
What?
come out the oven. and then
Okay.
and like we wouldn't have
Nice.
to look for them validation from men if we knew how to
Exactly.
validate from me. And not just that, but value the validation of your fellow sisters. Because some
Mhm.
women, they want it from a male, and they don't just want it from a male, they want it from a particular male. And it's like,
Yeah.
how do you expect to feel beautiful about yourself if you putting all of your self-worth on one person?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, you want this one person to validate you. Like, that doesn't make
A lot of women feel like getting it from someone they know or getting it from someone who's close to them don't count because they only saying it to make you feel good or they only
hmm
saying it to make you feel some type of way. But they feel like it carries more weight when somebody who doesn't really know them says it.
Yes, and that's so toxic, you know?
Hmm.
Like, you don't need to hear it from that guy who you had a crush on from high school to say that you're beautiful, to believe that you're beautiful. Okay, so phase number 6. I hate it when we it rolled on to
Who has to Ethel?
Absolutely.
Tennille, you have to
Oh, Frank. Whoa.
Oh wow.
this game like you, Tennille.
Wow,
Honestly.
clearly, but it's still Ian doing all the questions that I really, really want to know. Anyway, okay, sixes. I hate it when I think we just said it. I hate it when we make everything a competition. Like
hmm
Hmm.
I hate it when don't let and the worst. Like I say, women. I thank God that we are starting. I would hope that we're starting a movement where women don't be tripping and freaking themselves out over men nowhere as much as we do now or used to. But majority of the time, the competition be surrounded around when it ain't around men, it's around the things you have or the way you look.
hmm
It's like there's always we've all heard of that
Hmm.
one
Hold
situation
on.
where this girl is dating this guy and she know that this next girl date like this guy. So because she's dating him, she flaunts it all in her face like, yeah, I's the one who get him. Especially because she may not like it. She be like, yeah, this is my own, this is mine. You couldn't get him, this is mine. I know you like him, but you can't have him.
Yeah.
Like it,
And they think
and the
that
thing
it's
is,
so
we
cute.
women, we women, it depends. It depends. The quiet ones, we don't talk much. Only the savage and I'm gonna use ratchet in this term. Only the savage and ratchet ones just be doing all the talking and running on and all that. But we women tend to do subliminal messaging so hard. We subliminally diss each other so hard. And like we mentioned earlier, it is and we make sure to say it in a way where it could be taken somewhere else in a different way to make it seem like we're not, but we really are. And that's what Ethel was saying. That's where the fakeness come in. You know you meant that in a mean way.
hmm
So
I'm
I
not
just
to
wish
it.
we would stop making everything a competition. If you see a girl trying to make headway in something and you could help her move forward, help her move forward.
Okay, so we just had some technical difficulties. Um, the recording did not save my computer, so now we have to do a whole new recording on the game. But here at Lazy Couch, we keep it authentic, we keep it real. So we're just going to go back over everything. We are on question 7. I mean, phrase
Yeah.
7. I would love to see more. Who was the person who answered that?
That was Ethel too.
Yeah, Ethel, and then
Answered.
I piggyback back on.
So I was number 7 as oh no, it was Shantia who did number 7.
Really? Okay, well, I have
Yeah.
females. I like to see females come together and give each other compliments. And I was talking about
Okay.
nothing wrong with building a female's
Yeah, that was
confidence.
beautiful too.
Right,
Okay, yeah,
right,
that was
right,
good.
right. And
Mm-hmm.
I said, well, something I have written down is I'd like to see them come together with unity, black girl power, happy, carefree black girls, just like empowerment. Like I
Yeah.
just have a bunch of words written down centered around the same topic because I think that's
Yeah.
an important thing. It's interesting to see because it's like, oh wow, it's nice looking at women getting together and then just being themselves and being comfortable with who they are and being with people who accept them for who they are. So it's all
Yes.
a
Yeah.
nice vibe.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I would love to see more women free from hurt, insecurities, and societal standards.
Mhm.
I don't even think I have to
Yeah.
elaborate on that. Like
Yeah, no need.
I
But
just
yeah.
want to see women grow into themselves
Mhm.
and be unapologetically themselves. I'm tired of seeing women in the process of healing from hurts. Even though it's a natural part of life, you're gonna have to go through things in life, and it teaches you lessons on, and it helps you to grow. But like any more women stuck in their hurt or allowing their hurt to dictate how they go through life, you know?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Like I want more women to heal from their hurt and more women to realize that hey, your insecurities are not valid. Everybody is beautiful to somebody, and you should. And one of those
Mhm.
people needs to be you. You need to be beautiful to yourself. Like
Yes.
Mhm.
one person, they say one man trash is another man trash. We don't, you know what? No, frig that because we don't care about mine. See how we base things on mine again? It ain't have nothing to do with mine. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and if you look at yourself as beautiful, you are beautiful.
Yes.
So
Ah.
that was what I meant by that. That's all I wanted to say.
Oh my God, Tanisha, I love that. I might have to make that some kind of meme.
Girl, don't make me cry.
I'm gonna love. But anyways, I think we're on number 8 now. Blank
Hmm.
is a trait of growth. I think it was Tennille who answered that. A
Nope, nope. Ethel.
Ethel.
Mm.
Apple. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ethel call on me.
Ethel, you can't remember what you said.
Okay, so I said not liking who you used to be or
Yeah.
being repulsed by the toxic traits in yourself and others is a sign of growth. And then we
Mm-hmm.
had started talking about how you have to learn how to forgive yourself and who you were back then isn't necessarily who you are now.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about like the quote unquote cancel culture for celebrities, what they said when they were like six infants coming out of their mother and they said something and now who they are now it doesn't reflect that and people are
I'm
making it
asking that.
seem like you cannot change who you were. If you were once this thing, you're always this thing. And it's like if my actions are not showing that I am this thing, then it's fair to say that maybe I've changed. So at least give me the benefit of the doubt,
Yeah.
especially well within the Bahamas, the fact that we say that we are a Christian nation, the fact that Christ believes in forgiveness. And if he believes in forgiveness, we should believe in, okay, I'll give you at least a second chance to see if you have changed your ways at least.
Hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have
But
to
I
be a donkey
have.
and just keep, but,
Mhm.
What
Oh,
did you have,
carry
Cynthia?
on.
oh, I have learning how to accept your mistakes and learning from them and doing better. And then I also talk about self-evaluating it. Like looking back and be like, okay, I did this. Where can I go? Like, how can I do better? You
Mm-hmm.
know?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
And you know what? I feel like a lot of people are stuck in the hurt section. Like they don't know how to move on to the okay, I need some healing kind of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know how to move on to okay, I need to do some type I need to
Yeah.
do better type of vibe. And it's so hard. It is so heartbreaking because it's like it's okay to be in pain, but it ain't okay to stay
Yeah.
Yeah.
pain. Like that stuff ain't cool. Don't allow that pain to dictate the way how you live.
Hmm.
Don't allow that pain to dictate the way you live your life. At some point you have to take responsibility for the way that you live
Definitely.
and you have to take power over your life. If you
Yep.
need a year to hurt, take that year off to hurt, but after that year is finished, make it your priority to move on to the next stage.
Yeah.
I think we
You
also
have
talk about
to.
forgiveness too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Able
You
to
have to.
apologize.
You have to. It's like you get sick and tired of being sick and tired. You have to
Mhm.
want something different.
You gotta
That's
want
why.
better for
That
yourself.
exactly. That's why I came to the point where I was like, you know what? And it's like a lot of times women make the mistake, and I every time I hear somebody say this, it is making me mad because people be like, the best way to get over somebody is to get under somebody else. Like, listen to me, that is the worst thing you could possibly do. The
Yeah.
worst thing. And it's like you have to make a decision, big man. I can't get in another relationship until I heal from this one because you can carry all that
Yes.
hurt and you can carry all those insecurities into that new relationship, and that new relationship could be one of the best relationships you could have. That could be your future husband, but you can break it up because why? You still
Mm-hmm.
carrying that hurt from and the wrong that somebody did you, and you let that other person suffer for for the consequences of that other person, and that
Mm-hmm.
ain't fair, and that could cost you
Happiness.
happiness. Exactly.
Cause you
So
to lose out too.
it's not only gonna cost you happiness with someone else, it's gonna cost you your own happiness with yourself. So
Mm-hmm.
you have to take the time to say, you know what, I'm going to take a couple steps back. I'm not getting it. I don't care how much niggas message me. I'm not getting into a relationship right now. I'm taking my time and I'm trying to get myself together and heal from what I know that I have issues with. So you have to take that, like Peter said, you have to take that responsibility onto yourself.
Mm-hmm.
If you're tired of feeling a certain way about somebody, or you're tired of feeling a certain way about a situation, stay away from relationships until
Mm-hmm.
you
Yeah.
get the confidence. Because I have confidence is a trait of growth.
Mm-hmm.
Until you have the confidence to know that you can enter a relationship, and if this person does this particular thing, you will not be hurt, and you will actually be mature enough to have a conversation about it and not jump to conclusions.
Yeah.
If you know you can't do that
Yeah.
yet, you need not to be in a relationship.
And you know what? A lot of females don't hear this enough, but a lot of females need to hear the word that you deserve better. You really
Yeah.
deserve better. You may think that you don't deserve better, but you do deserve better. And you can get what you deserve when you start believing in yourself that you deserve better. Okay?
Even in instances where the girl was the one in the wrong, like we said, we all make mistakes, and we need to learn how to forgive ourselves for our mistakes. Women can continue to be hurt over a mistake that they made that ruined a good relationship as well, and they have
Mm-hmm.
regrets, and they have regrets
That's
because of what
true.
they've done in that relationship. But that's also another instance where you got to learn to take a step back, evaluate yourself, find out what
Hmm.
made you do what you did, your toxic traits, and you deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
And you do
Yeah.
not get yourself
Sabotaging
in
these
another
things. Yeah,
relationship.
that's what.
Exactly. And you do not get in another
Right.
relationship until you fix these things.
Mm-hmm. And if you feel like you slipping and you need that man, get a sisterhood going on. You know what
This
I'm
girl.
saying? Ah, but anyways, we moving on to the next phase. Um, can we stop blank, please and thank you? Who was the one? Oh, Ethel, I remember this is my favorite one.
It's my favorite too. But I said 8 and 9. Oh wow. But I
Take
said,
with the
can we stop
chest.
acting? Can we stop acting as if men are the prize and live a life true to ourselves without the thought that romantic relationships are a necessity? Please and thank you.
Please and thank you. And okay, so the last phrase was there was a time when I forgot who was the one who I believe it was Tennille who answered it and she loved it.
Something.
Yeah.
I said there was a time when women had tighter loyalties to their friendships, and they were more like sisters than just friends.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And it's like I just wish we would bring that sisterhood back. Like we kind of stop at best friends. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but we and best friends have a limit. But when it comes to your sister, I don't know if anybody here has a sister,
Mm-hmm.
but oh yeah, Shantia, you have sisters.
Mm-hmm.
There's a different level of loyalty and bonding that comes with actually considering someone your sister. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that when you just consider someone a friend, there's too much ways that people can be fake and too much ways for people to be wishy-washy and all these type of things. But I think when people are consider themselves sisters, they hold that to a higher standard. So when you hold that to a higher standard, the loyalty is always it always runs deeper,
Mm-hmm.
and you can count on that person way more. Because
Mm-hmm.
even a best friend these days, I feel like a best friend is more like just a regular friend. Even if y'all talk all the time or whatever the situation may be, y'all just a
Yeah.
regular friend. Because I know for a fact, push come to shove, if that best friend of yours end up in jail, you ain't going to that jail. You ain't going to check on nobody. You ain't doing none of that. But when somebody is your sister, when you have that kind of love and loyalty to them, whatever they go through, you are there.
Mm-hmm.
If they're wrong, you can tell them they're wrong, but you're
Uh-huh.
still there. You know?
And
Right,
I
when
feel like
she
right.
we don't
tell
have
you
that enough.
something that you don't like to hear, you don't cut her off. You
Yeah,
don't
Amen.
yeah,
Amen.
you know, like you take what you hear, and you if
Yeah.
back if she sounds a little fake with it, you want to cut her off because you know that ain't her.
I feel like a real friend should tell you the truth. A real friend shouldn't have to hide anything or be scared to tell you the truth. Okay? A real
Mhm.
friend is gonna tell you how it is,
Mhm.
whether you wanna like it or not, whether you get
Mhm.
mad. That's how I feel.
Mhm. And so, does anybody have any other honorable mentions that they want to speak about for any other phrases?
Um, let me see.
Everybody got it off their chest?
yes, sir.
Okay,
I
so
am
this
happy.
is what I wanted to do for the ending of this video. You know, like I feel like this girl chat segment was a journey for a lot of us. And you know, like for one at a time, you know, like I just want y'all to just share how this journey has been.
Okay.
You know, at first, being the very shy person that I am, I was kind of worried, but like honestly, I love encouraging young people, not only young people, especially my young ladies. You know, I'm very deeply involved in my youth group at my church.
Mm-hmm.
And like I always love the opportunity of instilling advice and knowledge to my youth members, especially those that who are dealing with the exact same things that I had to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
And I just really make it my priority and I hold this to a high standard of making sure that they don't have to go through what I went through because listen to me. I've been through a lot.
A
People
lot.
don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I've been through a lot of inner battles that people don't know, and a lot of battles that a lot of our older generation don't want to recognize. And it's not always fully their fault, but I feel like it's my place to address things that people are usually afraid to address,
Mm-hmm.
especially when it comes to young ladies and how we are treated and sometimes how we treat ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think that this is a really good opportunity to get out there and just be able to be heard on a larger platform along with other people that share the same ideas and even add to and add substance to what it is that we talk about. So I love the fact that I'm working with such mature people. I
Oh.
love that because you know you all know we got some people who oh Lord. Anyway, we ain't going there. We're
Yes.
keeping this positive. But I just like Peter. I like what you're doing.
Oh,
And
thanks.
I really hoping and praying that this goes somewhere where because we're putting in the effort and we're doing what we have to do. So we're keeping it as real as possible.
It's real.
And I just hope that this actually, I hope and pray that this goes somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. For
Next.
me, this journey has been exciting. I'm so happy that teacher allowed me to be a part of this podcast, and it allowed me to express how I feel about certain situations. And some of the topics that we talked about, it some people don't like to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the fact that this is a platform, that can help females or even males,
Oh,
in terms
trust me,
of
we gonna. Oh, let me tell you, this
the
brain, this brain.
relationships, friendships. And I just hope that every listener can relate, to what we talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So look at how I wasn't listening to the question, but thank God y'all answer well enough. I was like, oh, we trying to answer you. Okay. But I'd say the journey has been interesting. I like talking. I like sharing, and I like
Yeah.
listening to other people talk about like issues that are important, issues that are prevalent in the society. And it's interesting to see how other young adults are taking the things that are happening, even though we're in the same age bracket. All of us have experienced different things. All of us have had a different walk. And it's interesting to see, oh, well, this person thinks this and they feel this way. And it's like, oh, well, I don't really have that same experience, but I can understand what you're trying to say. And I like the fact that we share, and it's like a nice, calm, chill environment. It's not like a
Judgmental.
judgmental, as well as it's not, I don't know what word I want to use, but it doesn't feel like, I wonder what this person is thinking about me whilst I'm saying this. As I'm sharing what I'm sharing, I wonder what these other girls are thinking, or what are they saying about me. It's just like we're just saying whatever. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't really matter because we're just so free and everything. And
Mm-hmm.
I think it's important to have this platform because it'll be good for others to have that same approach to life, to say, you know what, I'm going to say what I want to say what I feel, say what I'm thinking, because that could be the spark that's needed to make a difference. That's obviously needed in the Bahamas or in the world. And so I like the concept. I like everything that has been planned. I like the topics that have been coming so far. Um, I like the panelists so far. Um, it's interesting overall, and I'd really like to see where it goes, even if I don't stay a part of it forever or however long it runs. Though I do want to see it run for a very long time and see it actually get on major platforms and show that, okay, this is the difference that's starting to bud within our country and what's not,
Mm-hmm.
and then see what happens from there.
And I just want to let y'all ladies know that this journey has been so exciting for me, and I'm just so happy of how y'all has just been encouraging my madness, and how I've been giving y'all these topics, and y'all has just been bodying these topics, giving me revelations that I could have never thought of my own. And honestly, like, I'm so proud of each and y'all don't understand how proud I am of y'all, because y'all don't understand how hard it is to, number one, find people who are comfortable talking about these topics, but find people who are not afraid to say, this is what I've been through. And I'm just going to put it out, because at the end of the day, we don't know how far this might go. You might never know. This might even go far the time we die, or God forbid.
Yes.
And
Stupid.
people are just bringing up the old memories, and people are just bringing, and you might never know, there might be some kind of time where our country really do go through a crisis, where the people are tired, and there are people scouting out for, are there any Bohemians out there talking about this? And we are the representation of the few Bohemians who actually talked about it. And like, I've been feeling hungry in my soul, because I realized that Facebook is not the place to have intelligent conversations with people. Instagram is not the place to have intelligent, serious conversations with people. Neither is Twitter. Twitter is not the place to have serious, intelligent conversations with people. Half of them people are trolls. Half of those people, if you went to them in person, they wouldn't have had nothing to say to you. And it was all about trying to find a place, where a safe space where you can have a conversation about matters that should be talked about. And like, I don't struggle with a lot of things that that is being talked on the show, but I feel for people, I feel for the people who I have to see and witness have to go through certain things. And like, I'm not going to wait until I go through it to create a platform. I'm not going to wait till my children go through it to create a platform. When you have an idea, and when you have the means to um to what the word is, to do the idea, when you have the means to actually do it, you take advantage of it. And that's all this COVID-19 pandemic has really taught me.
Mm.
Try, like I ain't had nothing to do. I've been falling asleep at 4 a.m. in the morning and waking up 2 p.m. in the afternoon. I ain't have
Y'all live the
nothing
life.
to do. I live in the life. All I do is
Yeah.
eating COVID snacks and stuff like
I
that.
only me when I start to feel a little guilty. Like when you just sitting there doing that, you be like, I feel like I need to be doing something.
Yeah.
But it's like
Also,
giving.
too, I would like to encourage everyone that is trying to do something. Especially, I saw this status on Facebook where they're saying, "Oh, every like some Bohemians trying to make YouTube accounts
But
or
yeah,
whatever because they
everybody
want to
doing
be
YouTube
famous or
now.
whatever." And then in the comments, it's like, "And they ain't going nowhere." Please, let's try to encourage one
And
another.
listen to me, this path has been so different for me, and especially Shantia, because it's like after all this, like I actually really started going out of my way to really support Bahamian content. It has really changed my mind to the point where when I go on YouTube, like I prefer Bahamian content. Like sometimes them videos be boring, but I just sit down and listen to it because that's Bahamian content.
And
And
then
I
a lot
always.
of times, just this is them just starting out. You never know how
Yes,
people could
you
grow.
do not know how people
Yes,
will grow and how their idea will turn into something else, and
you
that
never
be the
know.
thing to blow them up. And I have just been supporting being in content all the
Let's try to
time, like
support each other.
supporting each other, like sharing and subscribe. It's not a hard thing to do. We ain't gonna
Thing
never
to do.
see our
Yeah,
country grow until
unless
we start
yes.
supporting each other and stop laughing at our small beginnings. And
Hmm.
I'm just so happy to have three whole beautiful queens. And
Yes.
like I hope that this podcast blows up and that we get to do some more. I mean, either way, we can do more content. But y'all ready for more content?
Yeah.
I can't wait till we get
Yep, yep.
to the time of doing more content. And trust me, these topics only get more hotter. Okay?
Lord
It's
help us.
only the beginning, A lot of things happens in this brain of mine. But anyways, thank you for listening, everyone. And we'll see you later. Not next
Mhm.
week, but later.